Okay, so it's really early in the morning. It's almost 6 a.m. It's October 24th today. I'm going to be doing a radio interview with CBC, which is promoting... What are we talking about today? Oh, I'm speaking at Arts Matters tomorrow, which is a little open forum in Windsor to help gain awareness and support from the community and from the government and the city for arts projects. So I've been asked to represent filmmakers. So we're just driving from my house over to the CBC studio. We're going to do the interview, so I thought I'd bring the camera along. It's been a while since I've actually been in the CBC building to do an interview. Done a lot of stuff sort of on set or on location, but CBC's always been really good at giving mimetic coverage, and I did a lot of interviews, as you may or may not have seen, across Canada for the One Web Day programs.
A new opinion poll suggests independent voters overwhelmingly favor Democrats.
Not even a coffee yet. I kind of slept in a little bit, so I had to race to get here, but shh, we'll keep that a secret.
Bob Rae's campaign for the Liberal leadership. That story at 6:25. I'm Tony Doucette. Bill Baker has a look at news headlines. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning. Plans for a new French public school in West Windsor, a public high school, can go ahead. Windsor City Council voted 8-2 in favor last night.
Art matters, Windsor. At least that's what a group of local artists, musicians, and actors want to impress upon you. They're holding a forum tomorrow night in downtown Windsor at The Room. That is a club at 255 Willette Avenue. Gavin Booth is a Windsor filmmaker. He's here in the studio to talk about that meeting. Gavin, good morning.
Good morning.
Once a filmmaker, always a filmmaker. You have the camera with you this morning.
You can't beat the free publicity you can get off of YouTube. That's what that's for.
There you go. Tell me a little bit about the forum that's happening tomorrow night, who's going to be there, and what the subject matter is going to be.
Essentially, I can sum it up really quick that it's an open forum. The public's welcome to come. It's a way to address the city, the government, and the arts community, and I guess the public, just that people in Windsor should start paying more attention to the arts, researching that other cities are doing it much better than we are, maybe if I can be so bold as to say. And here's a way that we've gathered a representative from all kinds of different genres or areas of art, film, dance, music, the stage, theatrics, and we're just going to have a few keynote speakers to address and then open it to the public with some questions and just try to raise some awareness, some ideas of how we can sort of build and develop the arts community much stronger here in Windsor.
You've called the forum Art Matters, so let me get right to the heart of it. Why does it matter? I
think art matters in a huge way. I mean, I'll look at myself from the film angle. Growing up here, there wasn't a whole lot of options for me. Everything I've had to do is self-started and self-taught. And I think if we could just sort of create more programs and more awareness for the arts, and even if you look at the people doing artistic projects, it's really hard to, without the support of government grants and things like that, if you spend all of your money on a production and have no money at the end of the day to advertise it and properly get it out there, the people in the community don't even know that these projects exist. There's not really any centralized area to get information for that, and it would be great also to see some more support from the media in terms of getting these projects out there to the people.
You mentioned government grants. Money.
Money.
Is that the biggest challenge faced by the arts community, or is it just one of many?
It's one of many, and each keynote speaker is going to sort of have different issues and things to address. I can only really speak for myself from the film aspect of things, but I know money, we don't, the budgets that I shoot my films on, I think the one we did last Christmas was less than the cost of a camcorder at Best Buy, so I mean, we work on really tight shoestrings, and that's one thing that I'm fortunate that myself and my production team has been able to do, but it would be nice to start seeing more film grant money and ways for filmmakers to develop and raise the money for budgets to shoot I don't want to call them proper films, but larger projects here in Windsor instead of having to travel outside of Windsor or move away from Windsor to do these projects.
Well, tell me about some of the hoops you've had to jump through to fund the projects you've put together.
Oh, geez, hoops of fire. It's been, we've had everything. I mean, Windsor is great that local businesses and the city have supported us in terms of getting locations sometimes when we need them without any cost. We've had food donated sometimes, like for the catering, to help minimize costs. The actors will do projects for free. But again, that's great. There's all this community theater and everything, but it would be great if people could sort of, earn an income and do arts for a living, even with things, like times are changing, the automotive industry here, there's things that are constantly changing. Entertainment is a big thing here in Windsor. Even you look at the new complex that the casino's building and everything like that, there are going to be new venues, which means more shows and more things that have to be done. So if there's a support system put properly into place to help get these projects off the ground and get them into fruition, that would just be fantastic, and hopefully we can address that and find a way to do that.
Can the public participate in the discussion tomorrow night?
The public can, yeah. There will be open questions and forum, and we encourage everybody who has an interest in the arts or works in the arts or wants to be involved in the arts someday to come out and voice their opinion.
It's okay for you to be passing that message within the arts community, but is it really the challenge to get that message outside?
It really is, and that's the thing too, because I think at the end of the day, most people in our community enjoy the arts, even if they don't want to necessarily perform. Everybody seems to love movies and music and theater, and it's important that all of those sort of, let's say, end users or people that will be entertained by the arts come out and voice their opinion, because it's important for the arts community to know what the public wants or expects from the artists in the community.
And I understand if you can't actually make it there, you can watch this on television.
Yes, this will be broadcast on television.
On Cogeco Cable 11.
And Cogeco Cable 11 is going to be broadcasting it, I believe, live. I'm not completely certain. And like Cogeco, they're always good at things that are important to the community to rerun those. And so if you check into Cogeco, you should be able to catch this on TV.
Gavin Booth is a Windsor filmmaker. A public forum called Art Matters Windsor will be held tomorrow night at 7 at the Room at 255 Olette Avenue. Gavin, thanks so much. Good of you to come in.
Thanks so much for having me.
You're listening to The Early Shift at 6:20. This is Bruce Coburn.
And that, as they say, is another one bites the dust. So the interview is over. I'm going to go home and probably try to sleep again, but who knows? I've got film festival tickets to... Did I say film festival? I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not supposed to reveal that information. I have tickets I'm supposed to do, and supposed to do a photo shoot with AJ today, and oh, look how red I look because I haven't properly white balanced this. So let's see if I can't. Ta-da! There I am. Anyhow, I'm kind of delirious because it's so late and or early or whatever it is. The sun's gonna come up, so finish my bottle of water, get in my car, stop babbling like an idiot on camera, and go home.